What is up? Rec, St. Jolene, Nicholas. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you all. We are watching this KvK. Let's get a map up here. Nope, not that. There we go. How's everyone doing today? Nope, that's not Earth Camp. That is over there. We want Midnight Camp. Is that what it's called? Greenwood is lower left. What's on the damn right hand side? The wind? There we go. Luda, Master, good to see you both. There are probably like 10 people streaming this KvK, so I figured, what the hell, let's join in the fun. Right now we are looking at the 1188, 1846 side of the map here. It has been an interesting KvK. 88 got a foothold over here, but that is slowly dwindling. I don't know who all these alliances are just from the... I mean, there's so many freaking forts here. 93 dropped forts all along here, trying to delay 1960 from pushing forward, but... we have seen a couple 93 flags actually fall. Some crazy fights going on up at the top. Yep, everyone is streaming this. I'm doing good, Nicholas. Thank you. Yeah, Lang Herman is, in my opinion, the best march in the game right now. Super Bowl KvK. We'll see how Kingsland is, right? Everyone is streaming, but they don't have your musical taste or the humor. My off-color humor. My truck driver words, 4-letter words. I appreciate that, though. I mean, I said this on Apo's stream, too. I mean, no matter what happens in this KvK, I think 1093 and 2960 will always be recognized as two of the best kingdoms this game has ever seen. I think there are other kingdoms in this KvK, though, that want to achieve that same level. Just lost 9K on what? Did you lose 9K on? What's going on, Popo? So, I mean, I think 2049 is a outstanding kingdom. Don't get me wrong. But I think they are looking to eventually achieve that mythical status, like the 1093s, like the 1960s, like the prime 1254s. Why you spending 9K on a gambling site, Magnum? Just buy armament bundles instead. That's gambling. The odds are worse, but... yeah, I had been watching Apo since he started streaming as well. I didn't realize he was streaming this long. But hey, more power to him. When you got 180, 150 people watching, might as well keep going, right? He is a very high energetic streamer, and lots of people enjoy him for that. After working an 11-hour day today, I'm just ready to sit here and chill and watch some good fights. What's up, tacos? I could buy so many more armaments bundles if I won on a 1K Plinko ball. What's going on, Snogus? Good to see you. Look at all those 93 marches. Good Lord. They're starting to wake up. What do the time zones look like here? Well, it's 7:30 a.m. in South Korea, so I imagine Vietnam is waking up and quite active as well. You guys prefer to watch in dot mode, or let's try an experiment here. Turn off simplified graphics and see what happens. Uh-oh, what did Luda do? Has anything impressed me from this KvK? Just the number of marches on the field. I mean, you knew 1093 would bring it, but 960, 2489 have they've really brought it as well. I think, what was it, 1188? Did some surprising things, at least for me. But they seem to have had a significant downtime. I hate 93? I don't hate 93. I mean, 93 is impressive. The way they do things is impressive. You know, we haven't seen it yet in this KvK, but they will push in, clear the field, rally a flag, fall back, refresh, do it all over again. Consistently, flag after flag after flag. That has not quite manifested itself this KvK, and that's... I mean, you put 2049 and 1960 in the same camp, it's going to be much harder to do that type of thing. No, I mean, 1093 is at this point today. 1093 is probably the best kingdom in the game. Looking at KvK wins, looking at Ark of Osiris League wins, 960 is right there. I think before those two met in that last KvK, many would have put 960 in one and 1093 in two, but I mean, and you could flip them both. I mean, toss a coin, right? I mean, it's like 93 just does what 93 does. They all form the murder ball. They all push together. Everybody understands the philosophy, the concept. You hardly ever see players, if ever, see players chasing kill points off on their own, doing their own thing. What's up, Chronico? Vincenzo, good to see you. 960, 2049, they definitely got the whales. They got the krakens. They got the spenders. And 93 has got krakens and whales and spenders too. Don't let them fool you. It's not a free-to-play kingdom. Not by any means. It is only Tuesday, isn't it? Good God, we got 3 more days of work. So, Unsimplified seems to be looking quite decent. Yeah, they're krakens and spenders or sleepers more than many kingdoms. Right, many kingdoms you can just look at their alliance rankings, their power. Oh, this guy's a whale. This guy's a whale. He maxes tech in KvK. 93 is a bit different, right? You can look at their power, and sure you can pick a few out here and there, but like 30 billion kill points. I mean, this would probably be 150 to 180 million power player in most kingdoms. 1093, 98 million. What's up, Stathis? As you're coming in, don't forget to hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. I mean, I would not want to fight any of these kingdoms. Not a single one of these three kingdoms. You'd be at 56 million before you could recite the alphabet. I mean, they just do all the little things, right? I mean, farming the resource nodes in the middle of a battle to get more teleport spots in. You know, both of these kingdoms and both of these camps just, you know, I'm surprised I don't see people farming this node. You know, they just know how to play the game. What's up, sons? So I decided just to fight with T4s from now on. Also, that possibly fixes the slow marching speed of archers a bit. What do you think? I don't have T4. I don't fight with T4. I'm a different breed, though. I can understand why people would do that. I would say, you know, maybe try mixed marches. But if marching speed is your big issue, then yeah, that'll help a little bit. Just made 1K off in an $8 Plinko ball because I hit 130x. Hey, congratulations. There is a donate button right there. No, I'm just kidding, Don. I'm just kidding, Don. I just shelled out $500 to get the dishwasher fixed. Well, $140 for them to come out and diagnose what the problem was. They got to order a part, but they'll be back next week. I only use T4 Archer for field. That's interesting. Let me into your kingdom and sure you gotta talk to Mad Mania and Captain Stinkfist. No, donations are always appreciated, but never expected. We do this for fun. All the donations go right back into the game, so if you're giving me money or over in the stream, you're basically just giving Lilith money.
Fight!
Got a double inscription ornament. Nothing real sweet though, but got one of those from traveling yesterday. Archer feels so slow. Yeah, I mean there are inscriptions that you can get. There are armaments that help a little bit with march speed. It is a little bit slower. My cavalry and my Lucci Alex March are definitely quicker. But if you're right on the front lines, then you don't have far to march to fight anyway. I mean, I'm not marching from 20 kilometers away to get my marches to a murder ball, just so I can sad face them and have to do that march all over again. So I mean, it depends on what type of player you are. I don't even have T4s. Madness and mayhem on the screen. I love it. When you want to get somewhere quickly, you can just, drop the archer marches entirely and just use cavalry or infantry. I mean, yeah, if I'm one of these players, way back here trying to get to the murder ball, yeah, archers are going to seem very, very slow. Right? But if you're one of these players on the front lines, man, bring those archers, baby. It's only going to take them an extra 2 or 3 seconds to get there. I'm not gonna make a pick. I'm not gonna make a pick. It's like flipping a coin, basically. I think we're gonna see a lot of fighting in this zone. I think both of these camps want to fight each other in Kingsland. I don't think that, and I could be mistaken, I don't think that either of them want to cut off the other from Kingsland. I think they want this type of fighting to continue for the rest of this KvK. That's a lot of friggin' marches. Good Lord. I mean, just watching it, I'm not seeing a whole crap ton of lag. I am quite sure fighting in it is a 100% different story. I imagine Carr and Ape are in here somewhere. I mean, the one thing I have noticed 93 is doing, if they're not pushing a flag, they don't push very far into enemy territory. They're trying to stick on their territory and get to fighting in that zone, or get that area. Did I say 1093, right? I think it's to 1093's benefit if they can split the fighting like this, even though they're real close together. Like I said, they just fell back into their own territory. Just a steady stream of marches coming from both sides, though. You know, and the 1093 has the numbers. So they will refresh their marches when their marches get yellow. Normally, I'm not a fan of that. But if you're not losing ground and your players can refresh their marches, the problem you see is if they all go to do it at the same time, right? But as long as they got that steady stream of fighters coming into that murder ball, then you have the luxury to be able to, send people home to refresh their marches and come back at full strength. What's up, Fly? I mean, we're not seeing a lot of sad faces for any of it. Where are you going? Just because your one march is yellow doesn't mean you got to recall all 5. Did the 93 fort all the way behind 960, 89 flags do anything? Where are we talking here? Here? Not really. I think it's just more of an annoyance than anything else. I think it's about even down here between number of troops anyway, 2049 and 1093. Arvix with his Archer Tower March, with his Engineering March. Two, is that right? 2 of them? Oh no. Thought Arvix had 2 there, and I'm like, that's kind of a waste, but he only has 1. Oh my goodness, I am so happy. Our next Ark of Osiris match, we have 30 players. We have 30 players, and Lambo does not have to do both rally and garrison. I just get to fucking rally. What's up, Madmania? In this zone, who's got the holy site? Where the hell is the holy site over here? One over here. All damage 3%. Rallied army capacity 10%. Imagine there's one over here too. Same thing. So Milky. There will be another commander on par with Cordoba. I think we have to build one siege march. So let me just bookmark this. The problem is, I mean, I want a Margaret Cordoba march, right? But the problem here is there's very limited ways to get Margaret. This is one of them. So this is what I got Margaret yesterday. So we got 1, 4, 9, 16. What is that? 25, 35. We got 40 Margaret yesterday. The last time they had Gonzalo on the wheel, he wasn't on the wheel. And they said, oh, just, spin for whoever and then contact customer service. I didn't want to deal with that bullshit, so I didn't do that. But Margaret, we're at 5542. Gonzalo, we're at 5514. I did have an entire purple set procced and on Margaret, but I decided it's going to be a while before we even have that Margaret Gonzalo done, so I just dismantled that. Use those on other things. Big day for me tomorrow if England loses. Yeah, Spain beat France. That's all I cared about. France got knocked out. I don't care who wins that as long as France doesn't. I mean, 93 is doing a hell of a job fighting two massive, high-spending kingdoms on two fronts at the same time. I mean, I don't know if things would have been different the last 960, 93 KvK if 2605 wasn't biting at the heels of 960 half of Kingsland. I don't know that 960 would have won. And don't twist my words into saying that that is the case. But it would have been different. I don't. What's after? So my guess is, and people have confirmed. Actually, people have told me this. That the Chinese servers will be getting the 2 new infantry commanders in the next MGE. So that's the one that starts on what? The the 14th. And then the international servers will get them the MG the week of the 28th. So I should be able to spin the wheel at least 2 MGEs before I need to max William Wallace for KvK. And we're definitely maxing William Wallace. I don't know if we will be maxing the other commander quickly. I'm sure there are others. Well, I'm certain there are others who are infantry focused in this kingdom who have better gear than I do. But hey, if Mad Mania and Thunder, who do MG coordination, if they want to give me a first place finish, I'll take it. I'm not going to say no. Can't even tell, is there a rally on that flag, or is it just open field fighting? It's just like open field. Flag's over here. I thought there was another one in here somewhere. This is definitely going to be a war of attrition here in this zone. Who can last the longest? Scipio Jr. is really strong for rallies. Yeah, I mean, we'll get him eventually. I'm not going to go all in on him if I'm not getting top spots in MGE, which I shouldn't, because there are others that I feel have better gear. So we'll probably max him over time. When there's an Archer MG, then I expect the first place, Mr. Mad Mania. But I don't ever expect first place in an infantry MG. Even cavalry, there are people with better gear than me. Let's go, release the rally. See, the thing I think 93 does better than any other kingdoms, right, is 93 would have had a rally set on this already. And as soon as they took the field, they would have kicked the anchor and they would have rallied that flag or that outpost. Right? I mean, 89 had the perfect opportunity there. They just had the field, not anymore. They just had the field for 60 seconds. Right? Then you kick the rally from one of these nearby cities that's rallying that flag, or you kick the anchor. And you rally that. I think 93 does that perfectly. They will move in, they will clear the field, they will kick the anchor, they will rally the flag while they still have the field, and they'll just do it methodically. No, those outposts are no joke. I get it, right? I mean, what is it? 2 million reserve troops or something crazy like that? Swarming would hurt those outposts. Swarming those outposts would frickin' hurt like hell. I don't care who you are. In Tides of War, there was a tide where you could have reserve troops, and I swarmed one of those flags, and it hurt. I agree, Gambit. 93 doesn't do anything without thinking it through. No fighting anywhere else on the map, just those couple of locations here. It's honestly better to find a way around them than through them. I've never played Invictus KvK. I personally don't like the map layout. So clearly 846 is after this flag here. See, the difference between 846 and 1093, right, is these marches. If this was 1093, these marches wouldn't be AFK there. They would all be up in the murder ball doing what they got to do. If they can burn that flag, that's the last burn on that flag. Did you see all the marches jump out of the city to swarm that rally? Yeah, Thunder, that's my fear as well. You get stuck with 9-10 kingdoms in your camp. And there are 6 camps in this KvK, right? It makes diplomacy harder. I'm not doing diplomacy this KvK though, so that's not my worry, but if all people want to do is fight, then this is probably a good map for it. But everyone always says, oh yeah, we just want to fight, we don't care if we win or lose, but at the end of the day, it's more fun to win than it is to lose. Yeah, nope, Hubs has got Diplo, he said that. He was basically off last KvK, he had vacation and a wedding and excuses, right? I'm just kidding, Hubsy. I mean, hopefully we can push to 200 million power in pre-KvK, and we can burn some troops. That'd be fun. 10 million plus deads, that'd be a good time. 1188 started out super good. I mean, they had forts at several of these passes to Kingsland. It looked like 1846, and those guys might only get one, if that. But downtime is not a friend of 1188 at the present time. No, I do not want to do Diplo and KvK. It's hard to be nice to people when they're just fucking idiots. It takes a lot of energy. Cheeseburgers already. Nicholas. Maybe we get Electro King to make us a graphic that we put on a t-shirt. It's hard to be nice to people when they're fucking idiots. I mean, you got to do it all day at work. And then you get off work and have to do it in Diplo for 4 or 5 hours. It's draining. It's physically exhausting. I mean, yeah, you're just sitting in a chair doing, at least I sit in a chair most of the day for my real job, and then during KvK as well, right? But it is physically and mentally exhausting. You know, not to mention if you're fighting in KvK, you're doing it all on 2, 3, 4 hours sleep. Who is this? 2139? There's too many kingdoms in this, I swear. Don't know who half of them are. Sure, they're very good kingdoms, but I just can't tell who they are just from their alliance tag. What's up, Jerkul? Jerkul. Wisdom pearls. So, Nicholas, would that be something you put on the front of a t-shirt or the back of a t-shirt? It's hard to be nice to people when they're fucking idiots. You want that on the back of the t-shirt so people can read it as you're turning and walking away from them? Or do you want that on the front of the t-shirt so they can read it as you walk up to confront them? What's up, Vaz? Good to see you. Only farmers piloting? On the front? Okay. We'll see what we can do. Sure, I would not be able to put the official Rise of Kingdoms logo anywhere on that shirt, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. Going to bed. Good night, Clap. This KvK, it's either going to be 1093 in the Fire Camp or 1960 2489 in the Earth Camp. I really don't see any other camp having a chance for the star. Who's going to hit downtime first? I mean, it's hard to say. 1188 already hit their downtime. Back would be better. Quotes on the front. Okay. I think, 1818 was fighting 1188. Apparently 1093 and 1818 have an agreement. If they win, whoever has more kills gets the star. I don't see... I mean, with the amount of fights that 1093 is going to get in this zone, I just don't see where the 1818 would have more kills. Make a hoodie with it as well. We can see. I'll see what we can do. Night, Popo. Yeah, I mean, 1188 is impressive. But I don't see where Yeah, and I could be wrong. I don't see a scenario where they get more kill points than 1093 based on who they're currently fighting. And 1188 has had some downtime the last 3-4 hours, 5 hours. Okay, time to rally. Time to rally. Go release that anchor. Let's do it. You've got the field. Don't let them regroup. Rally it. Oh, there's a rally on it. Okay. Like I said. Tariq Pakal, really. Piltong, okay. Entire legendary armament set there. And here comes the swarm. Keep that rally full. Swarm the swarmers. Oh, there's lots of red marches there swarming that rally. Swarm the frickin' swarmers already. The rally's gonna die and they're just gonna be swarmers on the flag then. Oh, good God. Come on, 89. Apple, he has 6 people that help him manually look at stats for each and every kingdom. So I'm sure they will get some stats at some point. Now, I sent him a link to a program that he can use with BlueStacks to pull stats for each kingdom. I don't know if it's something that he's willing to pay for. What's up, Car? Yeah, they're swarming the shit out of this, but that rally's going to go down because people keep swarming it. And look at 93 just swarming in here now. GT's coming to help. I don't see a rally on it anymore. They're straight up swarming. You're fully invested. Don't stop now. Oh no. That was a fail. I mean, my hats off to 93 there. They did exactly what they needed to do to keep that. And those swarming marches, I guarantee you they lost quite a few troops there. God damn, just the numbers in 2 places are impressive from both camps. Yeah, it's been fun car watching this in the background while I worked all day. It gave me something to watch. I mean, the question is 24, 48 hours now, is this going to look any different? Is anyone going to make any progress in this zone, or is it going to be a Kingsland fight? Yeah, I think we got 49 positioned to jump right here. Is this 88? Is this burning yet? Okay, so they need to eliminate, the allies of 960 need to eliminate this 88 fort. Otherwise, they could make it very problematic for this 60 TY to jump the mountains here. Okay, so yeah. Oh yeah, definitely attrition. Who has the most Red Bulls in their fridge? You know, whose wives and girlfriends understand that they won't see their boyfriend, husband, or vice versa, right? For the next 7 to 10 days. Who can stand their own body odor for the longest because they haven't showered in 3-4 days straight. I don't think you're going to bleed either of these kingdoms from resources and speed ups. I really don't. You have to do what 93 just did down here, right? Get them to swarm these alliance outposts and kill their troops. Even then, if it's the right players in 89 or 1960, they'll just gem more. 1093's got high spenders in that kingdom as well, so well, I mean, let's put up a poll here. This is a good question. Okay, the poll question is 1093 benefiting from splitting up 1960 and 2489? Because that's, in essence, what's happening. Right? You've got 1960, a large number of 1960 fighting at the top here. You've got a large number of 2489 fighting on the bottom here. And while both of those kingdoms are making progress at times, clearing the field, they're not fighting together in one murder ball for one objective. So, in my opinion, yeah, it benefits 93 to have this fight happen on two fronts. Because these are not awfully far away from each other. If you absolutely have to shift marches from the top to the bottom to defend a flag, you can. But I would say at this point in time, even in two sections of the map, 1960 and 2489 are definitely the aggressors. I mean, this flag here, though, that really doesn't hold much strategic value. This flag down here, it does. If they can burn this flag, they can start hammering this fort. Yeah, I mean, I would expect to see soon some of these 1093 marches that are on the bottom here start shifting up to the top so that they can defend this flag. I mean, you probably got your Group A players, you got your Group B players. You know, it's like Ark of Osiris, right? You got the top lane, you got the bottom lane. You've got lanes within those lanes. And then you've got a group of players that kind of floats wherever they need to go. Nobody's going to drain anybody, Draco. You know, this is going to be who can keep their eyes open the longest. Who can keep their mental capacity the longest. Who has pre-installed padded walls in their office for when they go absolutely crazy. Yeah, I mean, to me, if I was 960 and 2049, I would back build a couple of flags here. Keep some pressure up here, right? To keep 1093 forces up here. Maybe rally both this flag and this flag at the same time. And then just all of a fucking sudden send everyone down to this flag. You know, during one of those refresh periods where 1093 has got a bunch of people refreshing marches, just fucking send everyone down to this flag here. This down here, in my opinion, and I'm no KvK territory expert, so it's just my opinion. It might not even be worth 2 cents. This flag down here, to me, holds more strategic value. This gets you closer to pass 8 than this flag up here does, which cuts off 2-3 squares of territory. Now, one could argue, right, that if you take this flag and you can cut this territory here, this flag goes away anyway, and so does some of the territory where cities are on. So I mean, I can see both sides, but the sooner you can get that fort on fire, the sooner you can potentially try to get that level 8 pass. But again, I am no KvK strategy expert. Other people tell me where to go and what to do, and I will place markers and I will smash everything. See, like right now, a large number of them are going to refresh. I mean, you basically got to have rallies up on both of these flags ready to go at a moment's notice. And kick that anchor as soon as you gain the advantage. It takes 3-4 minutes to set a rally. Right? By the time that rally gets there, 93 will have their forces refreshed and back. Gajamada. Pure chaos. Pure chaos. Looks like fun, but at the same time, if it's laggy, it would be no fun. I'm not seeing lag on my end. But again, I'm not there. I'm not trying to click a march that might not be there for the average player. Who's going to win? I can 100% tell you the winner will be the Alliance and camp that holds the ziggurat at the end. I have 100% confidence in that. You can take that to the bank. Well, yeah, I mean, will 93 have downtime? Does 2489 have downtime? Does 1960 have a downtime? Who has more pilots? You know, there are 100 million questions that have yet to be answered. We're only, what, 8-9 hours into this zone? I mean, this I would not bet for or against either of these teams, right? The fact that 89 is flashing a YSG emoji, I'm good with that. Yeah, but and you could say this about any KvK, right? It could very easily come down to who makes the most progress during the enemy's downtime. Right now, it's been even. Nobody can seem to sustain a burn on either side's flags. This was smart, right? It'd be very hard to connect territory here with an Alliance mother load right there. Can you build a flag in here so you can start touching each other here too? Maybe that's something 93 does during their super active period. 93 does have a fort over here that's on fire. Do they teleport one or two players over here and start being annoying on these flags? Time will tell. That flag's about to go. Another flag in here somewhere, if I remember correctly. Oh, shielded. Shielded 3.5 hours. 4 hours. So they're shielding these flags so they can't be attacked. That's smart. That's smart. 846 is not going to make much more progress here. They're going to have to start maybe hitting this flag here. Or 1188, I should say. 1818. You know, they might have to build another touching flag over here. I think 1188 went into the downtime, Mad Mania. So I think we're seeing more marches down here than before. In 1960, may have sent some marches this way. Like I said earlier, the luxury that 1093 has is when marches get yellow. I'm sure this is all part of their plan, right? When marches get yellow, they send them home. They say, hey, the other 600 guys we have here can hold. Send your yellow marches home and refresh them. I would imagine any time now, Rock Farm, because it is 8:37 a.m. in Seoul, South Korea, 9:37 a.m. in Sydney, Australia, 2:37 a.m. in Riyadh, 12:37 a.m. in London, 3:37 a.m. in Dubai. It is 6:30 p.m. in the Chicago time zone, which means it is 7:30 p.m. in New York and 4:30 p.m. in California. So you would think players took off of work today for this fight. I would have. I mean, if 1188 is primarily Korean and they did not take off of work, they've probably got another 6 hours or so before they are really super active again. I mean, if you're a super diehard, you take like a week off when this pass opens, and it would extend. I think their Kingsland is what, Friday, Saturday? Can we show the map? Yes, we can. There's the map on top. There's the map on the bottom. The bulk of the fighting is over here with 846, 1818, and 1188, 2139 sprinkled in here as well. Not so much big time fights in this area of the map. Much smaller turnout here. And the biggest battles thus far are up here with 2489, 1093, and 1960. At the present time, it looks like that may be the case. They have this pass here. I mean, we got what, 2387 here, I assume. 2928, I would assume this is them. $39 is 2139. So yeah, I mean it's looking very precarious. If 1960 2489 only have this one pass, and if 846 1818 only have this pass over here, it could be somewhat problematic in Kingsland. Saladin spotted. It will be very interesting to see what the next 24 hours holds. Who goes into downtime first? Do you send your players off in shifts to sleep? Okay, you three go sleep now for 4 hours, then come back. Okay, the next three go. Okay, the next three go. Right? Are these... I know these are organized kingdoms, but are they that organized where they put out a schedule with sleep times? If they are, that'd be just freaking next level. That's what pilots are for. I'm not... I understand why kingdoms do it, right? I understand why players do it, have people pilot their account. I'm sure there are many players in each of these kingdoms that could find players to pilot their account for free because they just want to be in this KvK. I don't, and the following is my opinion. I'm not a fan of pilots. I understand why they do it. Many kingdoms do it just because if you don't, you're screwed. I've never had pilots on my account. I've never piloted for somebody else. You know, I think it takes away from the spirit of the game. You know, there's no real human element then involved. Right? If you can have somebody pilot your account 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, But that's just my opinion. It is technically against terms of service to share your account, but it's not something that is enforced by the law. And because they have let it go on for so long, if they turn around and start to enforce it, there will be a major revolt and repercussions. So it's not something that's ever going away. Yeah, and that's part of the reason I will probably never play in one of these Super Imperium Kingdoms again. So I do not want to be required to allow somebody to play on my account. And I don't have 30 billion kill points. I don't have 200 million deads, right? But each and every kill point I have, each and every dead that I have, is something that I did myself. Each of the 260 or so thousand helps that I have on my account, those are all times that I clicked the help button. And for having, 16.2, 16.3 billion kill points and 77 million deads, and playing half of the 5 years I played this game in a D-seed kingdom, I think that's pretty damn good. Well, Rock Farm, when I asked the support team, they didn't give me a straight answer. So I asked them on the Content Creators Discord, and they basically said it's against terms of service, it's frowned upon, they do not suggest it, they do not enforce it. So if and maybe one day we'll take a day and we'll read the terms of service together. The terms of service are very ambiguous. They leave a lot of room for speculation, a lot of gray area. The terms of service, remember, are there to protect the company, not the player, the company. It's like most people believe that their company's human resources department is there to help them, is there to protect them. Hell no. Your company's human resources department is there to, at the end of the day, protect the company from lawsuits. Yeah, selling and buying. Yeah, exactly. They can choose what they want to enforce and what they don't want to enforce. And at any point in time, they could flip that light switch on and say, okay, no more piloting, you're all fucking banned. Or they could flip that light switch on and say, okay, we were on this Discord, we see this account was purchased, and we're locking it down. Right? They can't do that. They won't do that because they would have anarchy on their hands. They did, Quizja. When 1029 is fighting, and fighting hard, I will stay up for as long as I physically can to help them and play. And if it means, okay, it's the middle of the afternoon, we have a lot of players online, I'm going to go get 3-4 hours sleep now so that I can, stay up till midnight, 1-2 a.m., then I'll do that. I will. My wife's not too happy about it at times, but at the end of the day, she'd rather have me sitting here playing a game than out running around town at bars drinking. I will totally disrupt my life and plan my life for those fights. This is my entertainment. The last KvK we were in, we were granted they weren't necessarily tough battles, but there was one Sunday where it's like, God damn, it's my niece's birthday, they're having a party, got to drive an hour and a half to get to the party and then an hour and a half home. I felt so guilty telling the kingdom, hey guys, I'm not going to be here for 8 to 10 hours today. I knew they would be fine. We got great players and great leaders in the kingdom, but I'm one who feels guilty if I'm not there fighting side by side with the rest of the guys and girls. Well, I think, that goes back to what I was saying earlier, right? You have to have a rally up on these at all times with an anchor and be ready to kick that anchor as soon as you dominate the field like this. Now, that said, I imagine as soon as that rally were to hit this, right? And I think there's something like 2 million reserve troops that you can have in here. As soon as that rally were to hit that, just like the last time, we would see a large number of players shift down from the top to the bottom. And you can see 93 is already, forming a murder ball here and regrouping. So if you were going to rally it, it's too late now. Which is why those anchored rallies are so important in a KvK like this. I don't know. I mean, I would like to take this flag down if I was them. I would like to take these flags down so that I can start attacking this fort at least. Right, that would be my goal on the bottom. On the top here, my goal would be to, cut this little bit of territory that we could. Cut off these flags. I mean, that's what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, call it 20 teleport spots that would then be cut. But I, in my opinion, and again, I am no KvK strategy guy, I would put a priority on the bottom before I would up top. And you can see they're all flowing down there now. A fair number of them are. Yeah, just like those altar fights, this is what 93 does. They don't let players, okay, ball here, let's regroup and then hit them. Right? They're not going to say, oh, okay, everybody just keep sending your marches at this 2489 chopping block. They're going to regroup and go in and do it together. Don't take deads on mains. Well, 2049 sure took a hell of a lot of deads when they swarmed this earlier and didn't get it. Now, I guarantee you those were not farmer counts. See if we have any reports anywhere. Usually there are reports in Fight Club. Yeah, just some random open field ones, it looks like. Piltong rally is up. For what, the bottom flag, I assume? Yeah, it's too late to rally that now, though. Maybe they got a different plan. I don't know. Maybe there is an anchor on this rally and they're waiting to get all their troops here so they can go and clear the field and then release the anchor. But if they send a rally now without having the field, it's just suicide. But, what do I know? I'm in a CC kingdom. These guys are all experts. I mean, we are watching three of the top 5 kingdoms in the game presently. So, honestly, who the fuck am I to second guess them, but... Yeah, I mean, you can see more marches up here coming down to this ball. So, I mean, 960 needs to do the same thing and rally up here at the same time. Keep their forces divided as much as possible. Oh, exactly. They're like freaking ants at a picnic after you just sliced open the watermelon. Yeah, it's too much time for that rally. They're just sending reinforcement after reinforcement down there. Quiz job. Predict 1093 in allies winning Kingsland in 2 days, but then getting kicked out in the next 5 days due to the bottomless players in Earth and continuous pressure in the bottom zone, like what 1188 did to 489 long ago. I mean, anything's possible. Yeah, I mean, 960 needs to take advantage of it up north while I would say a large number of the 1093 forces are deployed in the south. I mean, they're stacked on top of each other so tight it's hard to see. I mean, we see some players even from the bottom for 960 2049 shifting up to the top. So is this a rope-a-dope? Hey, we're going to rally this, and then all of a sudden they rally that. Yeah, we've done that multiple times, right? Rally 3 flags at once. But let all 3 rallies start marching. And all of a sudden, you know, they're trying to protect 3 flags at once. They've got forces split in 3 places. We'll all shift to 1 flag and cancel 2 of the rallies. But that's easier to do in a lower sea kingdom. Right? You don't have the sheer numbers of marches that 93 does, and we can see 93 players shifting up north now too. So many that came south to help are going back up north. My assumption is that there's a rally on one of these flags up here also. Although I don't see white lines going to anybody's city. Maybe we rang the bell a little prematurely there. So I think that's mainly the 960 marches, trying to just go in and soften them up just a little bit. I don't know how well that's working out for them, but goodness gracious, reset crept up on us, didn't it? We're going to leave you here for just a minute. I am going to excuse myself and drain the main vein. Okay, we're back. How do you spell relief? It is spelled Piss. What's up, Cliff? Bing Bong? Love from Boom Boom. Also epic music. Yeah, we don't do that electronic dance music here. We listen to what I enjoy listening to, right? Quiz Job member for 6 months of the Touchdown Club. Thank you, sir. Stathis doing well. Enjoying some KvK fights. Did Apo raid me? Is that why we jumped all the way to 100 watchers right away? Yes, he did. Thank you, Apocalypse Gaming. I appreciate that. I'm just seeing the notification now. Thank you very much. If you guys don't know who Apocalypse Gaming is, get out from underneath the rock under which you live and go subscribe to his channel. Sabaton? Never heard of him. What's up, Capotas? Please forgive me if I mispronounce your name. So Apple, if you're watching, thank you for the raid, first and foremost. Appreciate you. Secondly, did you find out who you're matched up against in KvK? That is a very good reminder also, Nicholas, right? Please remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. We are slowly and steadily creeping our way to 5,000 subscribers. And at that point in time, we'll be doing a giveaway. You won't want to miss that. All right, let me write that down. Sabaton. Bad Queen, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate you. If you have subscribed and a notification has not popped up and I've not called you out individually, my apologies. Sometimes the notifications don't work. Amandad. Oh, what's going on? Hope you all are having a great day. Hope you enjoyed Apo's stream. And welcome to mine. I think everybody and their brother is watching this KvK. Lots of insane open field fighting. Still waiting. Okay, so there is still a white line going to Piltong City. So my assumption is they finally got smart and they anchored that rally. And they'll be ready to launch it once again after they clear the field. We'll see. 89's got a rally on this flag. What's up, Nix? Hope you're having fun in KvK. My assumption is that 2489 preceding your name means that you are in Kingdom 2489. When are the stats coming out? I do not know. Does Fleisch have them available on his site? Let me check. Sometimes he makes the bigger KvKs available for everyone to view. I know many of the stats you see Apo doing on his stream, right, are based on data that he and others have compiled. Type to search. What is this? C12278. Okay, the last stats for this KvK were taken on June 8th. That doesn't seem right. Have we even been in this KvK for 30 days? Okay, so who knows when he'll be running stats again. Flush, that is. But here is a link. There is a link. I believe that should take you right to the dashboard for the stats for this KvK. So just bookmark that link and you can go check stats anytime you want. Apo said he would have stats in 30 minutes from 93. Oh, nice. Nice. I don't know how often Fleisch is updating the stats on his website. But, I mean, how do I say this? I'm not a huge fan of how he fights. Only with T4s and so on, but he does seem to know his shit when it comes to putting a website together and pulling stats like this and that type of programming, so. All right, multiple lines now coming to Piltong. Did they do a rally already and it died? What's up, Ollie? Here from 89. And thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that very much. Yeah, I mean, I know Apple works hard to get the stats that he gets. I know that for a fact. He is literally going through each and every player in the kingdom and looking at things. Newspaper is out. Yeah, I have not even gone. I know it's reset, 13 minutes past reset, but not even going back to home kingdom. And we probably won't until at least my gatherers all get home. What's good, Sasha? Are you ready for our next KvK? These Alliance outposts scare the shit out of me. Yeah, I mean, Apple's like a brother, right? He may live on the other side of the world from me. He may have a different religion than I do, but you know, none of that matters. You just treat others how you want to be treated, and you can make some good friends out there. And Apo is one of the best friends I've made in this game. And if he needs help with something, I will drop everything I'm doing to help the man. Because that's what real friends do. I have no idea how long these outposts last for. If it's there permanently or not. I have not played an Invictus KvK. The next KvK offering is Tides of War, Invictus, and the new Pioneer one with all the siege crap. It sounds like the leadership team in 1029 is leading towards Invictus because they want lots and lots of fighting, which apparently that's what this gives you. The big zones. These Alliance outposts with, 2 million reserve troops inside? I'm going to be honest, that scares the shit out of me because I know our kingdom. Players here, other than Sasha. Whoops, sorry, did I say that out loud, Sasha? players here will swarm absolutely everything. And I know from first-hand experience, the last Tides of War we did, swarming those outposts or swarming something with reserve troops hurts like a son of a bitch. Yeah, I enjoyed Tides of War. I did. I liked it for two reasons. One, there were 4 camps. Right? Alliance and Viticus, there are 6 camps. Diplomacy nightmare, but I'm not doing diplomacy, so I can't even use that as a reason why we should not do Invictus. No, I know, Sasha. I know you want to get to 100 million power at some point. I get it. I'm just fucking with you, dude. Our last Tides of War, we had, what was it, Matt? We had 6 kingdoms in each of the 3 camps, and then there were 9 kingdoms in another camp. Absolutely crazy. I'm hoping now that we are a higher CC kingdom, possibly low BC kingdom, going into our next KvK, that we will not have 6, 8, 9, 10 kingdoms in a camp. That's absolutely ridiculous. The most kingdoms that should ever be in a camp in a KvK is 5. You can only have 5 kingdoms in the main coalition at the end. Therefore, the most you should ever have in a single camp is 5, period. Thunder is doing Diplo. Uh-oh. Can I do... No, I don't think that's a possibility. You missed my quote. Maybe you were here, Mad. You missed my quote earlier. I wrote it down. We're going to make it into a t-shirt. So I do not like doing Diplo. It is hard to be nice to people when they're fucking idiots. And when you do Diplo, you have to be nice to people. I can't say what I'm really thinking. I have to read 6 times before I hit that enter button on something that I've typed. It is very mentally exhausting. And Diplo is hard too, especially with lots and lots of kingdoms in your own camp or in the KvK, because sometimes there are kingdoms where English is not their primary language. And I get that. I'm not one of these Americans that think everybody has to speak English, right? I understand that. But the translator in-game doesn't help. Oftentimes, it's hard to tell intent in written messages. So when you're dealing with Turkish kingdoms, Korean kingdoms, Russian kingdoms, Japanese kingdoms, English-speaking kingdoms, all in the same KvK, typed words can sometimes get twisted by others, by the translator, to mean things that were not intended. What's up, Dragon? Hard is an understatement. I mean, the last KvK we had, the camp we were in was absolutely fantastic for the most part. I mean, they sort of freaked out when we started swarming everything in Zone 5. But then they saw how effective it was, and they're like, fuck yeah, let's do this. This is fun. We like this style of gameplay. And, after the second or third flag we swarmed, they're like, hell yeah, this is fun. Let's go 1029. We're right there with you. And they started swarming absolutely everything right along with us. And I had several of them come to me and say, hey, dude, that was the most fun we've ever had in a KvK. We love your play style. Let's do it again. Bing bong. Yeah, translator misses culture differences and other nuances. Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better. Dragon knows all about it. I believe it. I believe it. So, I mean, you know, there are a couple things that I would love to see changed in this game. For starters, maximum of 5 kingdoms per camp in a KvK. Okay? That's one. Double inscriptions on armaments. I would love to see it where you could add a second inscription to an armament. The only way you get double inscriptions now is by getting lucky. If my legendary armaments have one inscription on, say I got a legendary armament with 3.3% attack, 3.3% defense, 3.3% health, and I've got a combo inscription on it, why is it that if I get a hunter inscription in KvK, I can't add that to the second slot on that armament? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. My last KvK, my ally was crying about our players taking enemy rallies and trading positive. I mean, I'm not one for trades. I tell our players, you know, don't take rallies unnecessarily. You know, I would rather our players focus on objectives than be random teleporting for the sole reason to take rallies. But so what? 5 kingdoms per camp max, double inscriptions. Okay, what's up Snow? And what's the third thing? I mean, honestly, with more and more betrayals taking place in these KvKs, I would love to see it where kingdoms can blacklist more than one kingdom. Right now, before you go into a KvK, you can blacklist one kingdom. And that means Lilith will make every effort not to put that kingdom in the same camp with you. There are at least 6 kingdoms that I would love to blacklist and never ever have them in the same camp with us ever again. But I can't do that because we can only do one kingdom. Yeah, that's ridiculous if it happened when the KvK was over and you had already won Kingsland. I mean, as long as stats are pulled once Kingsland is over and you have numbers to go off of to help with negotiations for, you know, end of KvK rewards, if you already have those numbers, then it doesn't matter a damn thing if your players are taking rallies or not, right? You know, I mean, if people are taking unnecessary rallies in the middle of KvK, and the discussion prior to the beginning of KvK was, you know, we're going to divide the ZIG based on stats, and I can see our allies are having players that are basically pimping their stats, and I would have issues with that too. But if it is completely after Kingsland is over, stats have been pulled for all kingdoms, so that you have something to begin that final ZIG, final reward discussion with, then yeah, fuck it. If you want to take a rally, take a rally. See, those subscriber pop-ups are way late, because I know y'all have been typing stuff in chat, and then you gotta be a subscriber for 1 minute to type something in chat, right? And then the pop-up comes on the screen about 1.5 minutes after you type something in chat. I mean, I appreciate everyone for subscribing. I wish that pop-up was a bit more timely, so I could thank you personally. That's what I told my camp lead, my players, yeah, pretty much exactly. All right, let's look at 1188, 1818. Let's look over here. Let's see what's going on down here. And what are they? Wind camp, right? Hey, what's going on, Cliff? Lamada, there is one Turkish kingdom in particular that we had major issues with in a KvK. They were in our own camp and they caused headaches every single time diplomacy came up. I believe that was 1534, if I'm not mistaken. Who do you think is winning 93 and 60 and 89? Well, I said this earlier, right? I know exactly who is going to win this KvK. 100% guaranteed, put your life savings on it. I know who's going to win this KvK. Whoever holds the zig at the end. Is it 2453? Okay, I got the numbers wrong, so my apologies. I mean, at this point in time, I don't think much is going to happen with this line of territory here over the next few days. So Earth Camp is going to have one pass into Kingsland. 93 is going to have one pass into Kingsland. Wind Camp is going to have one pass into Kingsland. Problem is, does Greenwood have a clear path into Kingsland? Doesn't look like it. So that's one camp that is out of Kingsland that is on the 960-2489 side. 1188 has a clear path into Kingsland. And those other kingdoms, the 1802, 2101, 2387, 2685, gotta take a breath. 2928 have a clear path into Kingsland. Be 3 camps versus 2 camps. So we're going to have to see how the next few days plays out. Who has got those gates secured into Kingsland, and which camps will actually get in there. Lilith wins every KvK, yes sir. Bon, yeah, we've encountered some Turkish kingdoms that are absolutely fantastic. Great fighters. They speak to you with respect. They treat others very, very well. But then, and you can say this about any quote-unquote Korean, American, European, Brazilian, whatever. I'm sure there's good kingdoms and bad kingdoms out there. The one problem we had was with the kingdom that absolutely every decision that the camp made together, 5 kingdoms in the camp, 4 kingdoms would say, let's do it this way. That one kingdom would say, nope, we're not going to do it that way. We don't like that plan. And we're going to piss and moan and whine and cry and leave the coalition until you accept our way. So I know I was kind of trolling you there, Ollie, with the whoever holds the zig at the end, right? But yeah, at this point in time, there's no clear winner. Prime time 11:08. Yeah, they did phenomenally when the gates opened, right? And then they had downtime. And that's what can make or break kingdoms in KvK is that downtime. I mean, we've got flags from 39 burning here, right? That's the Daybreak camp. think 1846 has got an insane field presence here right now compared to their enemies. They are desperately trying to get this pass secured as well. It looks like, to me anyway. Currently it looks like maybe this is 1802 and 2928. So it's I mean, it's gonna be a few days before we see how this zone plays out, which will then kind of give us an indication of how Kingsland might look. These two engineering commanders, all they do is do a standoff every time, it seems like. I mean, the fact that 93 is holding both 2489 on the bottom here and 960 on the top, I mean, that just demonstrates their awesomeness. Right? But that's all they're doing. They're defending. You know, I haven't seen them be aggressive and try and push the field and take out these from 60MX or the other one down here from 2489. So is that their plan? Is that their strategy? You know, are they using these Alliance outposts in an attempt to drain troops? Because you attack these, you're killing troops. We saw 2489 swarm this one, and lots of troops died there, I'm sure. Is that their strategy? I mean, the leaders there, the KvK planners there, much smarter than I am. They do this on a different level. They think 10 steps ahead. I mean, I'm playing fucking checkers and they're playing chess. They don't do anything on a whim. Spur of the moment. Everything they do is well planned and well thought out. And they know how aggressive 1960 and 2489 want to be. So it's entirely possible that they're playing defensive, just trying to drain as many troops as they can. Now, others in the chat earlier said 960 doesn't want main accounts taking deads until they get to Kingsland. So who knows? Yeah, 3D chess, exactly. 3D chess while in a parallel universe, right? But I think we're going to see this for days. Right? Murder ball against murder ball. Murder ball against murder ball. It's going to be a war of attrition. I don't think you can drain either of these kingdoms of resources and speed ups. The only thing you can hope to do is drain them of troops. And I think right now that appears, in my opinion, to be the goal of 93. What do you think the floor is for iconic tiers to be able to confidently rally your garrison? We lost so much on hitting cities randomly. New update made it easy to hit. Ouch. Ouch. Which kingdom are you in, Ali? 89, right? That's hard to say, Gamut, because it's not just tiers. It's is the equipment procced? What kind of what kind of armaments do you have, right? I mean, it would be ideal, in my opinion, to have rally leads have at least level 4 on their accessories, because that gives damage to rallied armies and garrisons. Okay, same with if you're garrisoning. I'm assuming rallied armies is against you. So I think level 4 for the accessories would be ideal. The troop capacity really doesn't matter. Troops on the map doesn't matter. That's not a rally. That's not a garrison. Some of these basic attack, 10% chance to gain 6.5% damage for 2 seconds. Some of those level 5s are really, really nice, but they're not game changing, in my opinion, for rallies or garrisons. So if you're getting the level 2s, again, unit capacity 3 and 4 here, no big deal. If you're getting level 2s and you're getting all those buffs for the level 2s, I think you would be a solid rally lead, and your accessories are at least level 4. Yeah, maybe that's why they're not pushing into enemy territory anymore. I'm a main archer rallier. You got to get this dagger to level 5 yet, and this set will be done until I get the KvK helmet and weapon where I want them. And as far as infantry rallies and garrisons, I have the bare minimum. Right, I'm not our main garrison player. I do have some stuff leveled up just for garrisoning. I would in no way, shape, or form be a rally lead with infantry. Same with cavalry, right? We've got a couple of things leveled up for cavalry, not a lot. We do have a procced helmet, procced sword, but yeah, mainly it's archers. The next time I have 8 armament fragments, we're going to get, I believe it's called balanced, and replace. Well, we're not replacing a double inscription, right? We'll put balanced on this, and then we'll move that ZL double inscription elsewhere. But hopefully that answered your question. I know I probably spent more time on it than you wanted to hear, but and it depends on what seed kingdom you're in. If you're playing in High Imperium, maybe you have to have the best of the best, everything level 5 to be effective. If you're playing in a C and a B and a DC kingdom, maybe you can get away with everything at level 2. No, I'm a goldfish. No whale here. Hey, that Cliff, that's almost 6 years of playing this game, though, right? Yeah, I mean, for a lot of those pieces, you're right, going above tier 2 doesn't provide a benefit for rally or garrison until you hit level 5. And then most of those are 10% chance to do this or 10% chance to do that. Even some of the infantry stuff at level 5 is, 10% chance to reduce enemy march speed or 10% chance to gain your own march speed. That really doesn't friggin' matter for a rally or garrison. So you really want to take a look at each of those pieces and see what's going to benefit that rally or what's going to benefit that garrison, and plan that accordingly and upgrade accordingly. I really like those accessories at level 4. I used those at level 4 last KvK, and let's see. Yeah, I don't have reports from last KvK, but I mean, here's a guy we zeroed in the home kingdom. Yeah, I mean, excuse me. Ultimately, if you're the main, like I'm the main archer rally guy for Kingdom 1029. So that's my focus, is getting everything on that archer set to level 5. You know, if there are others in the kingdom that I'm not online and they need to rally with archers, we don't expect them to have level 5 gear, right? So the level 2s or the level, some stuff level 5, you know, whatever is going to benefit the rally the most, right? Riley, we didn't drop 1.5 billion power. People are in different shells to fight. Makes sense. Makes sense. Divide and conquer. I hate to break it to you, but you are a goldfish. If I was in 1960, 2049, probably even 1093, 2429, yeah, I'd be a freaking goldfish. I would not be the main archer rally guy, and I like doing that. You know, there are lots and lots of others out there with better stuff than me. You know, I say it all the time. 1029 is a smaller kingdom. We're a high CC kingdom. I have been in Imperiums. I was in 1039 at the peak of their dominance when Solomar was there, King of Armenia, Chizgul, you name it. Right? When that was the highest power kingdom in the game and Solomar was the highest power player in the game. I have fought in Imperium kingdoms. I won Osiris League with 1052. I played multiple KvKs in 1052 with OV. It's much more fun to be a big fish in a small pond than it is to be a small fish in a big pond. Still couldn't figure out why well, I mean, we have 30 players in the next match, Sasha, so I'm so excited to finally have a arc match where I don't have to garrison and rally, and I can use 4 open field marches. Man, that's the first time in probably a year and a half. No, Riley, we were CC'd in our last KvK and we did not drop enough power to remain DC'd. So we're about 500 million power below a B seed kingdom currently. You know, the problem is they keep introducing new continents and new kingdoms and new continents and new kingdoms, and those then get into Season of Conquest, right? Once they get into Season of Conquest at 6, 7, 8 billion total power, the rest of us that were D-seed at 8, 9 billion power bump up to C-seed. And the more and more kingdoms that are coming into Season of Conquest from the newer, 3,600, 3,700, 3,500 realms, the lower and lower the threshold to remain a low seed kingdom stays. So we have to be super, super selective in players that are coming here. We do a voice interview with every single player coming here to ensure that they're going to be the right fit for the kingdom. But we just need a crazy KvK. Our last 2 KvKs have not been insane. Last KvK, I think I had 900 million kill points. KvK before that, I think it was like 800 million kill points. Only 2 million deads last KvK. The KvK before, it was like 2.5 million. We just need a KvK where, and there were a couple KvKs in there where I put up 2 billion kill points in a D-seed kingdom. and took 10 million deads. You know, so we just need a hard KvK to get everyone grounded and get their power dropped. Yep, Mad Mania is one of our recruiters, so hook up with him if you're interested.
I suffer visions. What do they mean?
I mean, historically, 1029 has never said, oh, you're 100 million power, you have to get X number of kill points or X number of deads in a KvK. You know, we expect everyone to be online when there is fighting. And if you can't be online when pass is open, to let us know in advance. Now, after 2 KvKs as R5 and helping grow this kingdom after a handful of players quit the game, I just need a break. So we have others now, other very competent, good people running the kingdom, so that I can just take a break for a KvK or two and just play the game again. You know, so hats off to Mad Mania, Captain Stinkfist, Hubs, Thunder, Noobzilla, Soli, Smart Alpha. I mean, there was a period of time there where I was organizing MGEs, organizing Ark of Osiris, organizing Gold Head events. You know, doing all the recruiting, including all of the interviewing. That's a full-time job. That is a full-time job. So yeah, we're taking a step back. Smart Alpha, aka John Paul Jones, he is now organizing Ark, and he's doing fabulous. Mad Mania, I mean, they're rotating R5. Mad Mania and Captain Stinkfist are doing recruiting. Thunder and Mad are doing NGEs. Hubs is doing diplomacy and Gold Head events, you know, so. You know, in the future, if those guys decide that they want to set specific kill and dead requirements for each power level, that's entirely on them. I will back them with whatever decisions they make. I mean, I know I'm going to hit my kills and deads every KvK. You know, the issue I have with setting kill and dead requirements is, in many kingdoms that I've previously played in, if you tell somebody you have to get 700,000 kill points and 1 million deads this KvK, there are certain players who that's all they will do. As soon as they hit their requirements to stay in the kingdom, they're fucking done. Peace out, I'm done. See you later. Goodbye. I got other things to do. I can stay in the kingdom. If y'all win, great. If you don't win, no skin off of my nose, because I can stay here. And I can continue to leech gold chests off of the Krakens in the kingdom. So I have never been a fan of making public what those kill and dead expectations are, because we and I'm not saying anyone in 1029 would do this. The reason we interview each and every player here is so we can get voice interview each and every player, so that we can get a feel for who they are. So if the leadership team here decides to set kill and dead recommendations for KvK, I hope that they keep those private, so that everybody fights like mad. You know, to hit those without knowing what they are, right? I like to give Sasha a hard time though, because the last KvK he beat me in kill points. I had to send him a pew pew mug. So the deal our last KvK was, if you beat me in kill points, you get to pick one item out of my merch store. So yeah, he beat me in kill points. So let us. I'll show you our stats from the last KvK. I still have them. If they load in here for me, right here they are. So these are stats from our last KvK, which was a King of the Nile. We will never do that again. But I mean, we can see that 1029 had 12.2 billion kill points. The next closest was 7.8 billion. Deads, we were third. We had 40.2 million deads. 78.5 for 1459. If we look at this as DKP, 6.5 billion DKP for 1029, 4.9 for the next closest kingdom. Okay, these are the kingdom stats. If we look at individual stats, DKP, I was second. Che Halen, that's Sasha in chat here. He was third. Now he beat me in kill points. He had 11 million more kill points than I did. But yeah, I like to give him shit about this. 790,000 deads to my 2.9 million deads. So if we look at just Kingdom 1029, right? I mean, we got some outstanding performers here. We got Sasha, Wolfie, Gax. Gax is fourth in DKP. The only crystal bundle that Gax purchased was the initial bundle, I forget what it's called, the Daily Crystal Supply. And yet this man is putting up 617 million kill points and getting 1.09 million deads. Insane. Coco Boy played in 2605. Smart Alpha is a killer. Noobzilla's a killer. Hubs is one of the R4s. He's awesome. Echo was brand new to the kingdom. Captain, Ani, Thunder God. I mean, I could just go through this list and call out lots and lots of players that did a hell of a job. Here's Mad Mania down here. A little bit lower, but he takes the night shift. And that in and of itself is invaluable. So when everybody else is sleeping, it's Mad Mania and Chronico and Classified and maybe one or two other people that are online babysitting, burning flags and forts. Yeah, and yeah, that dashboard is from Fleisch. It costs an arm and a leg, though. I forget exactly how much it was for every scan. I think it was like right around, don't quote me on this, I think it was right around 350 euros to get all that data and have like 4 scans in there. So it's quite expensive. It's really nice. It's set up very nice. It's very easy to use. My issue is that I can't export that to Excel. I can't export that to a spreadsheet. And I don't want to ask him because I'm not the one that paid for it. So I think Nile KvK could be a very good KvK. The problem with Nile is many kingdoms use it for a recovery KvK. So now it's got that stigma surrounding it that, if you go to Nile, you're doing a recovery KvK. I think it's a good map. I think it's a map that you could have a very nice amount of fighting in. It's a matter of getting the right kingdoms in there. Kingdoms that are not doing recovery KvKs. And unfortunately, many kingdoms these days use that for a recovery KvK. I'm doing the scan of my current kingdom for free. I should charge it. Yeah, I mean, there are programs out there that will allow you to scan kingdoms, right? And I've considered purchasing one. The problem with that is, when you're comparing 3 different camps, like that Nile KvK, you're comparing 3 different camps that have 3 kingdoms in each camp, If you want accurate data for all of those kingdoms, you either got to scan them all yourself, all at the same time, because it's very, very hard to rely on those kingdoms to do their scans all on the same day, all at the same time, so that you have accurate data to use as comparison. For example, when Autric rewards are distributed, or when final talks of the Zig happen. Right? It's hard to compare data if Kingdom 1029 pulled their data 2 days ago, and Kingdom 1234 just pulled their data today, and they've been pass humping or taking city rallies or whatever to inflate their stats. You know, which is why in our last KvK we wanted to find a way to pull the stats for all of the 9 allied kingdoms in the 3 different camps all at the same time, so that we could compare apples to apples instead of apples to coconuts. I mean, last Nile KvK, I had my 30 million kill points at the first altar fight. So I think I was sitting at 28 million kill points. Or excuse me, 28 million kills after Zone 5. And then that first altar, I hit my 30 million kills. And I had even backed off a little bit in that first zone because it was in the middle of an MGE. And I already had all the commanders that were in the MGE. So I really didn't fight as much as I could have in that first zone. Honestly, I'm kind of glad I didn't. It let me save some speed ups then, so I could push this last Zenith. Yeah, ours, we didn't get a Kingsland either. Our 3 allied camps, we had the enemy cut off from Kingsland before Kingsland even opened. $15 million kill points when I was 8 million in power. It's been so long since I've been at 8 million power. It's honestly, it's hard for me to say, Cliff. I mean, I assume at 8 million power, you're fighting with 1 march. Maybe using other marches to join rallies and flags. That's not a lot of troops to play with. Ooh, no fighting markers down here. Even though they are fighting. You know, I'm wondering if for our next KvK, if we get a map with the new graphics. If so, I need some sunglasses because that shit is bright. Most of the new graphics I'm okay with. I don't like the mountains because they look like walls. They don't look like mountains. I think the Alliance forts and the center fortresses, they look more like they look more like an Alliance outpost like this than they do an actual Alliance fort or center fort. It's not bad for KvK 3. So, I mean, I did have, and I have been wearing, both when I work during the day and right now, I did buy some tinted blue blocking computer glasses from Amazon. And they seem to help. They relieve eye strain quite a bit. So hopefully those will help in KvK. What's up, Andy? Nothing special thus far. We're kind of at a stalemate. At least on the 1093, 960, 2049 side. So they tell us. So they tell us that new graphics will be less lag. I really wish we had an opportunity to test that when the test server was open for us all to play on. But, you know, we just couldn't organize enough people online at the same time to try some big fights like this here to really test the stability and test lag with the new graphics. I mean, I'm running this. I'm watching this right now with what looks to me to be no lag. Now, it's different. I'm not in there. I'm not fighting. I'm not trying to click on phantom marches that might not be there, or, you know, having a 500 millisecond delay between the time I click my march or the time I target a march and the time my troops move. So it's hard to base it just on spectating, but I mean, I'm spectating this just fine with simplified graphics turned off, ultra settings, you know, all the bells and whistles. Were they pricey shades? I'll show you the pair I got. Where are we? Search orders. So there you go. That's and I don't get anything. I'm not sponsored by Amazon. I don't get a cut. But that's a link to the glasses I got. They've got a slight yellow tint to them, which you get used to over time. But I mean, I wear them. So I mean, I'm online at 5 a.m. for work. So generally, I'm up an hour before I work from home. So generally, I'm up an hour before that to send farmers out, start running a few barb forts here and there. So I have found wearing those blue blocking glasses whenever I'm sitting in front of a PC, because I'll be online staring at a computer screen from 4 a.m. until what, it's 8 p.m. right now. So we're going on 16 hours. So I used to go to bed and my eyes would just hurt. Now that I'm wearing those, I have no eye strain. My eyes don't hurt anymore when I go to bed. So they do help. They help me anyway. You know, don't blame Lambo if they don't help you, but I would highly suggest it if you're in front of a PC for long periods of time every day. A PC beast, yeah. This is my setup. I'll show you my setup here. I'm a nerd. What can I say? I'm a frickin' nerd. There you go. So over here in the PC itself, we're running a Intel 10900K i9 processor, 10 cores. We've got 64 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. We've got a 360 millimeter AIO cooler. We've got a 4070 Ti graphics card. We're pushing 4 monitors, one of which is a 30-inch ultra-wide in the middle. We've got 2 Stream Decks. We've got the mixer. We've got the gaming pad over here with WASD keys. This little black thing right next to the microphone, that is for editing. It is a paperweight because I don't edit videos. Needs another monitor. So yeah, my dream setup right here. My dream setup right there. I mean, I would love to have a 4090 graphics card, but that's kind of overkill for the processor. That'll be on the next build. But I mean, this one runs every game I throw at it without issues. You know, and I play games like Starfield, Cyberpunk, Hogwarts Legacy, Call of Duty, Red Dead Redemption 2. So I finished Red Dead Redemption 2 4 times now, actually. Once on the Xbox, I believe it was the Xbox One. And then I played through it on my computer when I had a 2070 Super graphics card. Then I upgraded to a 3070 Ti, and I had to play through it again and crank the graphics up. And then I bought the 4070 Ti, and I had to play through it again and crank the graphics up even more. So, I mean, you know, my son he'll be 27 in August. My oldest son, he'll be 27 in August. So I sent him a picture of my setup, right? And he was telling his friends, yeah, my dad streams on YouTube. So they came in and they checked me out, and they're like, Joe, your dad's cooler than you are. My son's name is Joe. And then, we'll be getting GTA 6 when that comes out. Yes, sir. So then he showed them a picture of my setup, and they looked at my setup, and they looked at him, and they said, Joe, your dad's cooler than all of us are. So, that made me feel kind of good. But let's see. What do we got going on out in the YouTube world? Because it is about that time. 4 a.m. wake-up call comes quite quick. Good Lord. Everybody is streaming. Everybody is streaming. We got Only Farmer, we got iHera, we've got Jake the Dog, we've got Mad Achilles, we've got Forza. Tell you what, let's get you over to Forza. He is streaming the past 7 opening. He is fighting in this KvK. Now he is streaming with a 10-minute delay, so fair warning. But we're going to call it a day ourselves. We're going to do our daily stuff here. I don't want to bore you with that. You're all here to watch fights. So we're going to call it. We're going to get you over to Forza so you can watch some fights. Appreciate you all hanging out with me tonight. Apple, appreciate the raid. Appreciate all the new subscriptions from everybody here. If you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button on your way out the door. Smash that like button as well. I would greatly appreciate it. In any case, we'll be back sometime tomorrow to stream some more of this KvK. I assume there's going to be insane fighting continuing still. Thanks to all of you, and we'll see you on the next one. Tell Forza hello when you get there.